All right, so now we've got Jay-Z and Pusha T allegedly being named in the Epstein mess. And listen to this. I'll tell you why people are running with it, okay? Because honestly, I think these claims are fake. There are a couple of things in there that just don't add up, okay? So this is supposedly coming from a victim, explaining what they remember. Allegedly, Pusha T was labeled a handler, and Jay-Z was said to be in a room with Weinstein or Epstein or something like that. It's like everybody's name keeps getting tossed into these so-called files. But let's be clear, this is just someone talking, one person's account. And we've seen this exact playbook before. Remember the Busby case, where a victim claimed they woke up with Jay-Z standing over them? That whole story turned out to be false, and the person walked everything back. Okay, so I highly doubt Jay-Z is involved in this. Come on now. Why do people want to force this narrative onto Jay-Z so badly? Jay-Z has done plenty of questionable business deals that have hurt people. Absolutely. But this is what you're going to try to put him in jail for? Be serious. Kanye even rapped about knowing people who went to the island, but that doesn't mean he was talking about Jay-Z. People keep reaching. And yes, Harvey Weinstein's name shows up again in a 2019 crisis intake report that was released today. Now, there was also something else released about Bill Gates. And listen, I don't doubt that Bill Gates may have had some kind of connection to Epstein. We already know there was something there. But to what extent? We don't know. He does come off a little off, right? But the idea that a billionaire worth over $100 billion would be calling Epstein for antibiotics because he caught something and didn't want his wife to find out, or she caught something from him? Come on, let's be realistic. If you're a billionaire, you have private doctors on speed dial. You're not calling Epstein for pills, all right? So this whole thing feels like a massive stretch. And honestly, I don't really believe these files that are suddenly dropping out of nowhere conveniently all at once. You know. Kevin Gates really is clowning himself over and over again. He'll say wild stuff, like talking about marrying Brittany Renner when you were married to her for less than a year, loudly proclaiming your love, playing mind games, and acting like you changed her whole life. Now, yes, she converted on her own before that, but let's be real, you probably had some influence in her fully renouncing everything. And honestly, I think this girl has just been confused by a lot of men. I'm not saying she's completely innocent. I'm just saying some people are easily molded, and then eventually they rebel. And I think a lot of what we saw from Brittany Renner was her rebelling, because deep down she just wanted to be loved by a man. Maybe she thought the way to get that love was by being sex appeal, being eye candy. And no, I don't totally feel sorry for her, but it is sad when you step back and ask how someone with so much potential ends up so lost. So yeah, I'll say it, I think Kevin Gates preys on women he sees as weak. And that whole breakup with Draka, I think she was trauma bonded to him until one day she woke up and said, I'm not letting this man keep doing this to me. When she's asking for all that money now, I don't think it's just about money. I think it's revenge. Kevin Gates is, in my opinion, deeply disturbed. Yes, hilarious at times, entertaining even, but still disturbed. And didn't he also say something wild about being assaulted as a kid? He admitted in an interview that he was assaulted by a man when he was young, and honestly, I think that permanently shifted his mindset. Now, Brittany Renner responded, saying, "We're not friends. I've known you since 2014. Selective memory paired with a wide mouth will not be tolerated." She said she's going to speak on him on her podcast, then dropped her Patreon so people could tune in. Now, switching gears, rest in peace to Houston legend DJ Michael 5000 Watts. He passed away due to serious health complications related to heart issues. I remember seeing posts about his health months ago on Facebook. We actually followed each other from way back. He passed today surrounded by loved ones after developing a fatal heart rhythm that caused sudden cardiac death. He leaves behind a wife, 5 beautiful children, and 2 grandchildren. He was the owner of Swisha House and a true pillar in the Houston community. It's heartbreaking, sad when children lose their father, when a wife loses her husband, and when a mother loses her son. He left a permanent mark on Houston forever. Now, lastly, Fabio Foreign calling himself the real king of New York, saying, "I'm going to stand on that." Baby, no, you are not the king of New York. He said no matter who stands with him, he's done this for his city since the beginning of his career, that he knows what's really going on, telling people to look up and save the city. promoting Rat Trap out now, even posting a rat trap by 21 Savage. Yeah, this ain't it, bruh. Aw, try harder, damn. What happened to 5'4", bro? He really just needs to... Honestly, I don't even know. He was locked in back around 2020, 2021, 2022, and now it's like he lost the thread. That's the tricky thing about music, though. It's pure creativity, and sometimes once that spark fades, it's hard to tap back into it again, you know? Now, Mr. B's chimed in after Ray tried calling him out about that $40 million he raised for clean water in Africa. Well, around the world, technically. Mr. B said, I literally offered in the video to take them to the projects and deliver clean water people need. I'm not sure what else y'all want from me. And Ray clapped back like, stop saying it in the comments and take me there, Poppy. Woo, oh my gosh. This is giving Clarissa Shields of the WNBA energy. Y'all make $1,400 a week. I make $1,400 in 7 days. That line'll never get old. Angel Reese is talented, no doubt, but damn, sometimes she really needs to chill. Some people just aren't great at talking. They're amazing at what they do, but not always grounded in reality, especially when fame hits fast. And let's be real, when that many people are coming at you nonstop, insecurity creeps in. She's still young though, so she'll eventually learn how to tune the noise out. Now, allegedly, Kanye West's wife tried to leave him when he went to rehab. That's what's being reported. Bianca Censori supposedly attempted to exit a rocky marriage before his rehab stay. Switching gears, DayBaby dropped Be More Grateful, and honestly is pretty solid. I checked out a few tracks, lots of samples, which tells me he's not really focused on making money off the album itself. It feels more like he just wanted to give people some good music and move on. Now, the debate that's got folks talking is Lloyd Banks versus Fabulous, and whoo, that's a tough one. I like both of them, their mixtape runs, their album cuts, all of it. That's almost impossible to choose because they're both really that good. Even 50 said it himself, like honestly, it's a hard call. But if I'm picking today, I'd probably go Lloyd Banks over Fabulous, just because Banks stays more underground, and he's always going to bring that gritty energy. But back in the day, it was really hard, like they were neck and neck, getting applause on both sides, and it was tough to call. Both of them were extremely talented then, and honestly, they still are now. So moving on, it says Ray J looks determined heading into court while dealing with serious health issues. As we know, doctors have reportedly said he may not even make it to 2027. And on top of that, he's dealing with an ongoing and messy situation with his estranged wife, Princess Love. She was granted a protective order back in December after he allegedly pulled a gun on her during a live stream. Now he's saying he's trying to get his kids back. He claimed, my heart is beating at 25%, but as long as I stay focused and stay on the right path, everything will be okay. I don't know, though. I don't know about you, but with Ray J, it's always hard to tell what's real and what's antics. Now, Cardi B is back in the headlines again because she just won another case. This time, another security guard was accusing her of assault. He responded to the claims, and then things got weird, like, wait, what is this? Why was Cardi B even accused of assault? At one point, he was asked if she had any gang affiliation, which immediately drew objections from her legal team. Cardi B's lawyers then asked the court to hold him in contempt for referencing evidence and closing documents that weren't allowed. No proper introduction to trial, nothing. And get this, the lawyer ended up receiving a $1,500 fine. So yeah, this all traces back to that assault case she won last year, involving a security guard who was harassing her while she was entering a building, trying to get photos, and things went left. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.